Garret from Garret's Guitar Lessons here. Today I'm going to be going through Bluessette, which is in 3. I'm going to be using inversions and extended chords to help us play rhythm with it. I'm going to be going through it every 4 measures to help us digest everything. Alright, here's the first 4 measures. So the first 4 chords are B flat major 7 for 2 measures, and then A minor 7 flat 5, and then D7. So for the first measure, I actually go between 2 different inversions on the 1 through 4 string set right there. So first is my second inversion on beats 1 and 2, and then on beat 3, I'm going to go to my root position. And then for the next measure, I'm going to use my third inversion right there. So I'm going to be going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 3. Now what's nice about that is I'm creating this sort of melody line, and that's what's neat about all these different inversions and extended chords. Going from the 7th on top here, to my 3rd on top here, to my root on top right there. Now the next 2 chords are A minor 7 flat 5 and D7. So for the A minor 7 flat 5, I'm going to be using the same string set, 1 through 4 on my root position, and then for the D7, I'm going to be using a diminished chord. Now for the diminished chord, I have a whole nother video about that and kind of arpeggios that are dominant flat 9 arpeggios. But a way to think about this is just going to be like my second inversion D7 on the same string set, but adding, kind of replacing this D note right here with a flat 9. Alright, now since it's a diminished chord, I can move it up 3 frets. It's actually just an inversion of those same couple notes right there. So we can think about this one as kind of being just those top 4. Or kind of like a D7 6th string root, but again with that flat 9 on top. Alright, let's hear it again. So the next 4 measures are going to be as you can see, I'm doing something very similar. Now the chord progression here is G minor 7, C7, F minor 7, B flat 7. Now since it's a 2-5 essentially, a whole step apart, having something that's consistent between them helps tie everything together. So for the first one, the G minor 7 flat 5, or the G minor 7, I'm using a G minor 11. For the C7, I'm using this kind of altered C7. Now here, I'm actually not including the root note at all, but I'm kind of envisioning it from the 6th string right there, and I have this C7, sharp 5, sharp 9, and then a C7, sharp 5, flat 9, and I'm going to do the same thing, only this time my root notes are going to change. F minor 11, B flat 7, sharp 5, sharp 9, B flat 7, sharp 5, flat 9. Now the beats are going to be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So on those kind of alternating between the sharp 9 and the flat 9 is happening on beats 1 and then beat 3, and going right to the next one, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Let's hear that again. Now the next 4 chords are going to be E flat major 7 for 2 measures, then a E flat minor 7 and an A flat 7. Okay, so for the first E flat major 7, I'm going to be going to on the same string set as before, my 1 through 4 string set, a major 7 in my first inversion to a major 7 in my second inversion. So the first full measure is going to be this tough kind of chord shape, but I love the dissonance of that minor second right there. Then we're going 1, 2, 3. Okay, so what's happening there is this is going to be E flat major 7, second inversion, and then be taking off my major 7, kind of replacing it with this, just my first finger bar. Now a way to envision how that reacts to the E flat chord is envision this 5th string bar chord, including my 6, so 1, 2, and then I'm going to go to an E flat 6, 9 chord right there. The next couple chords are going to be an E flat majors, or E flat minor 7, so I'm going to be just playing an E flat minor 9, and then for my A flat 7, I'm going to be going an A flat 13, A flat sharp 5, and then to an A flat 7. Now even though this fingering is a little bit goofy for this A flat 7, it's essentially just still a bar chord right there. I'm just omitting the 1st string and the 5th string, which gives me this goofy fingering right there. Alright, let's hear that as a whole. Now the next 4 measures are going to be D flat major 7 for 2 measures, C sharp minor 7, and F sharp 7. Now I'm going to be doing something very similar for that D flat major 7, be using my first inversion on the 1st through 4th string set, jumping up to the 2nd inversion, only going to be holding this one for 2 beats, 1, 2, 3, and then going to that 6th chord again, and then I'm going to be going to a very close C sharp minor 7 for 2 beats, then up here to this C sharp minor 7. We can think of this almost as like the bottom half of our 6-string bar chord right there. Now this C sharp minor 7, kind of thinking of it as a C sharp minor 7 for my 5th string root right there. So 1, 2, 3, F sharp 7, F sharp 13, 9, back to 13 again. So that's every beat. 1, 2, 3. Now what's fun about that F sharp 13, 9 thing is that I have a whole nother video about tritone substitutions, and this is a great example. Earlier we saw the exact same chord shapes being used for C7. C7 sharp 5, sharp 9, or sharp 9 to C sharp 7, sharp 5, flat 9. And here we're using it as an F sharp 13 and an F sharp 9. So even though we aren't using them as substitutions, we can at least see how the shapes are similar right there. Alright, let's hear it all as a whole. Now the next 4 measures now the chords are B major 7 for 2 measures, C minor 7, and F7. So for the B major 7, I'm kind of using almost like an F shape for my B major 7, except now I'm just adding that 7 on the 1st string, so kind of this nice diagonal shape right there. Using that for 1 whole measure, going up to kind of another root position right there, only this time my 3rd's on top instead of my 7. But then I'm quickly going to go back to this one. Now this is a great little chord kind of finger exercise as well, because we have this B major 7 right there, another B major 7, back to this first one again. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. For the C minor 7, just 1 finger, you can use any finger right there, just like the bottom half of my 6-string bar chord right there, just like what we did a second ago for C sharp minor 7. And then for the F7, the same thing, the 13, 9, 13, just like what we did for F sharp 7 a second ago. Alright, so let's hear that as a whole. Now the last 4 chords just like the melody, each chord is going to have F as the highest note right there. Okay, now the chords are D minor 7, D flat 7, C minor 7, and F7. Okay, so what's happening there is I'm just going to kind of a 5th string bar chord minor 7 to a 5th string bar chord dominant 7. Now to keep that F in there, I'm going to be turning the C minor 7 to kind of like a C sus 7 right there. And then I'm going to be going to an F7 on my 3rd inversion, so my 7's on the bass right there. Excellent. And the last chord I hit in the intro was just a B flat 6, 9, again keeping that F on top. If you like this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and share. If you have any questions or comments, be sure to leave them in the comment section below. And also check out the description where I have a lot of related lessons from theory, even just the chord shapes. Also check out GarrettsGuitarLessons.com for more free lessons and resources. Thank you so much and hope to see you next time.